We spend large portions of our lives sprinting up a staircase toward a specific goal, terrified of what happens if we slip. We assume that reaching the top will bring relief, but sometimes the goals we pursue with the most obsession are actually psychological traps. Take Prince Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. For a long time, he operates as a highly predictable, one-dimensional antagonist. His entire existence revolves around a single obsessive mission: capturing the Avatar. But beneath the armor, Zuko is a textbook study in a concept psychologists call the false self. This is a fabricated personality, a mask constructed entirely to survive an emotionally hostile environment. For someone operating under a false self, succeeding at their primary goal is a disaster. Winning the prize only reinforces the mask, locking the person into a completely inauthentic life. Look at how this psychological conflict plays out. On one side, Zuko's stated objective, restoring honor. On the other sits his unspoken need, unconditional love. To survive Ozai's conditional approval, Zuko buried this vulnerable need under thick armor, building a persona of rage. The tragedy of Zuko's early mission is that he thinks capturing the Avatar will finally earn him his father's love. In reality, it would only earn a nod of approval for the mask he's wearing. If Zuko had successfully captured Aang in Season 1, the trap would have snapped shut. He would have remained a permanent psychological slave to his father's toxic expectations, trapped in an angry persona forever. Zuko's salvation arrives in the form of constant, humiliating failure. Every time the Avatar slips through his fingers, Zuko is spared from securing the false goal. Stripped of his ship, his crew, and his royal status, Zuko is forced to wander the Earth Kingdom. As a starving refugee, the prince persona holds zero value. The real world repeatedly cracks his false self. This creates space for Uncle Iroh. While Ozai demanded ruthless perfection, Iroh offers unconditional support regardless of Zuko's failures. Iroh gently waters the roots of Zuko's buried true self. The tension between these two identities peaks in the crystal catacombs of Ba Sing Se. Zuko is presented with a binary choice: stand with Iroh and embrace his authentic self, or side with his sister Azula and retreat into the survival mask. He sides with Azula. It looks like a catastrophic regression, but consider the psychology at play. Standing on the edge of total change is terrifying. Abandoning a survival strategy you've relied on your entire life feels like psychological death. So he steps back onto familiar ground. Self-sabotage on the verge of a breakthrough is a protective reflex. It is a panicked psyche clinging to the old rules of survival when threatened by the vast unknown of a new identity. Zuko's choice gives him exactly what he wanted. He returns home to the Fire Nation. His banishment is lifted. His father praises him as a hero, yet he experiences profound emotional whiplash. He is back in the palace, but he feels isolated, snapping at his girlfriend Mai and quietly hiring an assassin to cover his tracks. The dissonance boils over on Ember Island. Sitting around a campfire, Zuko confesses the truth. He is furious with himself, and he has completely lost his internal compass for right and wrong. Achieving the desires of your false self does not heal the true self. When you finally grasp the prize, the internal emptiness remains. The victory only proves that you were chasing the wrong thing all along. Zuko hits emotional rock bottom in a prison cell beneath the capital. He tries to speak with an imprisoned Iroh, but his uncle turns his back, offering only heavy silence. Losing the warmth of the only person who offered him genuine love breaks the spell. Zuko realizes that his biological father's ideology requires him to be someone he despises. During the Day of Black Sun, Zuko confronts Ozai directly. He speaks his mind, walks away from the throne, and sheds the mask entirely. He articulates the lesson he spent 3 years suffering to learn. Honor is not a status someone else grants you. It is a state of being you earn for yourself through authentic choices. Destroying that fabricated identity was the absolute prerequisite for Zuko's future. He had to lose the Fire Nation throne to become the teacher Aang needed to end the war. We can apply the Zuko strategy to audit our own trajectories and determine if we are climbing the right staircase. Look at this map of a standard ambition. Step 1 is to audit your honor. Before dedicating years to an objective, break it apart. Ask whose approval you're chasing, what insecurity it hides, and if the goal is truly yours. Step 2. Reframe failures. Missing a false goal is a psychological favor. It acts as a hard reset, steering you away from a life you don't want. Step 3. Forgive your relapses. Slipping back into old habits is a standard defense mechanism. Sometimes you have to taste a hollow victory to fully realize that your old survival tactics no longer serve you. Zuko's scars never vanished, but like broken pottery repaired with solid gold, those fractures ceased to be a source of shame. They became the foundation of his strength. Take a hard look in the mirror. Let go of the armor you built to survive the expectations of others, and find the courage to forge a destiny that actually belongs to you.